And here we go. All right, welcome to Thursday Night Thoughts, everybody. Today we've got a returning guest, Nick Hopwood's on the line here. We've got three new guests. We've got Zay and Lexi and Cody, and we are all here to support Utah and football and sports in general. So we're going to go through the first 10 or 15 minutes here just to do some introductions with who everybody is, talk about where they're from, what they like to do, who their sports teams are, and we'll go from there. So first off, we'll start with Cody, since he was the first one to join today. He's got the great little streaming setup behind him there, if you're watching.
For my OnlyFans.
Definitely. So first four questions. Let's start with your name, your age, where you're from, and your favorite sports teams or hobbies.
All right. My name is Cody Farrington. I was born in Las Vegas, adopted when I was 1, and then I've lived in Utah the rest of my life, other than Mission. I'm 28 years old. I'm turning into an old fart. I'm a Broncos fan. I used to like the Jazz. I can't watch the NBA anymore. Nobody plays defense. I love rugby, and I watch that more often than I probably should. Love the video games also. So, yeah. Do you want me to go through all the questions, or?
Yeah, so we're slowly going to go through them. It shouldn't take too long. Like, that took not even 30 seconds. So the one I asked last week, who is a dream athlete you'd like to have dinner with and talk to for a couple hours?
I would have to say Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders, my all-time favorite football player. Guy retired at the top of his game. I would love to get into his mindset of, his post-touchdown celebration. He never celebrated. He literally just handed the ball to the ref every play after every touchdown.
Tim Duncan style, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to get into his head. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, it's weird how so many people put him as like top running back of all time and stuff like that. And I think he just had a really short career.
He played 9 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even he got better every year. So like first season was like 1,000 yards. And by the end of it, he was at 2,000 yards. So, but yeah, sweet. I agree. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Our next two, favorite place to eat and your favorite color.
Favorite place to eat. I love Mexican food, but it has to be like authentic Mexican food. So I finding little hole in the wall places. There's a little taco cart on 78th and like 5th West called Tacos Al Cuñado, and it's delicious. Favorite color. I love neon colors, as you can see by my protein shake bottle. Just anything neon, I am obsessed with.
I know my wife always tells me somebody wearing brighter clothes than you on the field, and I'm like, I'm surprised too. Most of my clothes are really bright and pretty cool there. So, all right, and then movies or music.
Let's go music.
All right, what are the three artists you're listening to recently that you're really enjoying?
Out of Sight. There's a guy named Ethan Bortnick, makes really cool alternative music with only a piano and like bass. And a guy named Echo, EKOH, awesome rapper.
Okay. And then who was the first one?
His name is Out of Sight. One word.
What kind of music is that?
It's kind of rap, but kind of R&B. It's like party music.
Okay.
If you hear that song, Do Something Crazy, that was on Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. That's him.
Okay. Interesting. All right. And then next couple here. What's something people misunderstand about you?
A lot of people think I'm dumb. I think that's hilarious. And a lot of people think that I am overly obsessed with rugby, so I don't understand a lot about football. So that's another thing. But yeah, I watch the Pat McAfee show like every day. I watch different sports takes so I can learn both sides. So it's a lot of fun.
That's my goal, not to blow up like Pat McAfee, but to bring a different perspective with this group and just say, I've been a part of Utah sports for 10 years now. And there's just not a lot of representation on like our level, from becoming an 18-year-old and all the way up through my old age of 34. And I think just having our voices out there is going to help out a lot with just growth and understanding. Next thing, what's the best compliment you've ever received?
When I was playing rugby, somebody told me I had hips like Barry Sanders, and that was probably the best compliment I've ever received. I think I almost cried.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I always hear those kinds of things, and I'm like, if somebody gives me a compliment, it sticks with me for so long. Like I remember once from when I was like 10 years old, and they're like, "Oh, I really liked your shoes," and I'm like, I can still remember the exact Tracy McGrady shoes that I had on, and they're like, "I want those," and I'm like, "Yep, those are my favorite shoes I've ever had." And then the last one, what's the most surprising thing you've seen or done recently in like the last couple days?
Actually, Tuesday I hit a PR on squats for 3 reps. I hit 445 3 times.
Dang, that's nuts. That's amazing.
Directly after I hit a 60-inch box jump, running, not standing, but still.
Very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, thanks for doing the intro there, Cody. And then the way I like to work it is after doing that, you get to pick kind of a few of these areas to address. Last week we did things like funny matchups, random rankings, ranking your types of people, things like that. So I'm going to say, do you want to do a funny game or do you want to do a ranking?
I prefer funny. So
okay. So
I'll do whatever you want me to do.
I'm going to give you 2 options here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this number randomizer and we're going to randomize players from the NFL, and you're going to tell me who's going to win the matchup for who can do XYZ better. And the 2 options are who can balance the most eggs on the back of their hand, and who would be the fastest person to find and alphabetize all 26 letters in a can of alphabet soup. Really weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
So which one do you want to do, the eggs or the alphabet soup?
Eggs on the back of your hand. And is it just any professional athlete, or is it someone in the room?
No, so we're going to do it ranked off of NFL players. So I'm going to let Zay, our next guest, he's going to pick the position. Is it going to be receivers, quarterbacks, or running backs?
Ooh, let's do quarterbacks.
All right. So we're going to go to the complete leaders, and then Lexi, I'll let you pick the next selection here. What stat should we rank them by? Should we rank them by how many yards they got, how many touchdowns they got, or how many times they got sacked?
Let's go how many times they've gotten sacked.
All right. So we're going to sort that. The highest sacked quarterbacks this year were Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, which is very sad because Russ, I feel he should do better.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope he does better this year. So we're going to take the top 20 quarterbacks and say Cody. Number 2 was Justin Fields. So who's going to balance more eggs on the back of their hand, Justin Fields or Geno Smith? And why?
So when it comes to balance, there's literally different workouts you can do to better your balance, right? So I got to go with the more athletic one, which, personal opinion, Justin Fields, because it's more about a lot of the balance things when it comes to contact sports is like if you get hit and you get knocked off balance, you have to be able to maintain your direction of running, things like that, how often you break tackles, if you can keep your feet under you. And I feel like Justin Fields, although he was sacked more times, was more elusive. Geno Smith, even though Seattle has had one of the worst offensive lines in the past like 5-6 years, their offensive line this year was not as bad as it has been when Russell Wilson was there. That being said, the Bears have had a historically bad offensive line for the last like 2 or 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. And so I got to go with the person who's more athletic, though, because Justin Fields would literally just get bored in the pocket, spin in a circle, and run for a touchdown. And he would literally break multiple tackles while he did it. So I'm gonna go with Justin Fields.
Awesome. Okay. I kind of agree. I think Field has he's younger. I think that's the biggest plus for him to be able to balance eggs on the back of your hand, because I'm old and my hands are already shaking. And then kind of going from there, the place I stole this from was just the Guinness World Record. So in 2022, a guy in Iraq balanced 18 eggs on the back of his hand.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna
How
probably have
long?
I don't know, probably for like 2 seconds.
18.
There's a video. I don't know if it'll let me show it, but
Yeah, wouldn't it be the hand size more than anything else?
That's what I
Right?
was gonna
Yeah.
say. Justin Fields probably has
oh,
bigger
they're
hands.
stacking.
Yeah.
Oh, they can stack them like that? Okay, I'd go
Yeah,
off
that
hand
looks
size. Then.
weird.
I don't know who
Okay.
has bigger hands though.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Who has the smallest eggs?
I know, with how much eggs are now, that stack of eggs is probably $100.
No, just buy
So-
buy a little thing of caviar. Problem solved, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't have. They didn't say what kind of eggs.
Okay. All right, we'll do one more and then we'll move on to Zay and Lex and Nick. So next matchup is the 15th ranked sacked quarterback. That is going to be Aaron Rodgers. He got sacked 32 times. That's about twice a game.
Wow.
Sounds terrible. So who is going to be able to balance more eggs on the back of their hand, Aaron Rodgers or the 25th? That is going to be Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, who is on New Orleans, but now that Derek Carr's there, I don't know where he's going to go. So Andy Dalton versus Aaron Rodgers. What do you think? Cody?
Oh, sorry, I zoned out. Aaron Rodgers or who?
Andy Dalton.
Aaron Rodgers got some massive hands, and he tends to do better under pressure. So I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. No, that's a good justification too. That's one of the things a lot of people from our Utah Pickup Flag Football group wanted to talk about today is Rodgers and all the momentum that he's going to possibly join the Jets. And I'm sad Hirsch isn't here for that because he's a big Jets fan. He has said he was going to be on this show 3 weeks in a row and has not been here. So that is a big piece. So just a quick plug for who I am. I'm Adam Gistry. I run Utah Pickup Flag Football. We are a community here that play flag football in a league called the Utah Flag League. That is this page here. It's a great league that's been running for years all throughout Salt Lake County. We've got well over 1,000 players and probably about 30 or 40 teams. And we've also got a couple travel teams here. Zay here with me right here. He plays for the Cowboys from Hell, and we're going to be playing against them in a month in Las Vegas in April. So hopefully we can get that on the show here as well. But we'd like to welcome Zay to the show now. And we'll do your intro kind of along the same lines.
Okay,
So,
what's up, everybody? My name is Xavier. I'm 25 years old. I was born and raised here in Salt Lake City, West Jordan to be exact. And my favorite teams, I love soccer and football. So for football, it's the Dallas Cowboys. For soccer, I love Brazil for the country and PSG for the club team. And in the NBA, I like the Detroit Pistons and the LA Lakers.
awesome. The Pistons. I can't even think of anybody on the Pistons.
Yeah, I mean, not right now.
Bad
They're
now.
bad now. But when I was growing up, they had Chauncey Billups,
Dude,
Ben Wallace.
Ben.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rip Hamilton.
Yeah.
I was a huge Pistons fan.
Thank you, Nick. You know, it's a
Yeah. Didn't he get an MVP?
he got Defensive Player of the
Oh,
Year like 4 times, I believe,
Oh, okay.
and he just got into the Hall of Fame too. And he was undrafted, so yeah, I like him a lot and love that. And the Bad Boy Pistons too from the 80s, 90s.
Cool. So that's with following all those teams and stuff like that. Who's the one dream athlete that you'd like to have dinner with and just hang out with for a couple hours?
That's a tough one. After watching the show last week, I was thinking about it. In basketball, I probably have to say Bill Russell, but in football, I really like Michael Irvin or Deion Sanders because I'm a Cowboys fan.
There you go. Yep.
Maybe
Yeah,
Jim Brown.
Deion's still front and center. Of
Yeah,
football.
yeah.
I love Deion. I think he's the greatest football player of all time.
Right, and played
And-
baseball, huh?
Yeah, and I'm like, Deion's just a different breed. He's
Yeah.
not even human, I
His
think.
mindset, you know, is
Yeah.
different.
It'd be
Yeah.
cool just to sit down and talk with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Next two, favorite place to eat and your favorite color.
Favorite place to eat. I'm with Cody. I do like Mexican food a lot, and like he said, it has to be authentic. So yeah, the taco carts are nice, food trucks are nice, but there's this restaurant downtown called Monarca. They have really good Mexican food, and it's a little more high end. So that's probably my favorite right now.
Monarca. Never heard of either of those.
It's
The one
really
that you
good.
mentioned, Cody, or Monarca.
Yeah.
So I'll have to try them.
Yeah.
Okay. And your favorite color?
Favorite color? That's tough. I like blue and green.
Is that a Brazil thing?
Yeah, it might be a Brazil thing. Yeah, I think it is.
Cowboys.
Yeah,
Cowboys
Brazil and
and Brazil.
Cowboys. That's probably it right there.
Okay.
Blue and green.
Cool. And then how about movies and music? What do you want to do?
Cody did music, so I'll do movies then.
Okay. What are your top 3 movies you like?
It's hard to narrow it down to 3. I've been watching a lot of movies lately. I like Jordan Peele a lot and like scary psychological thrillers. So I'll probably have to say Get Out as one of them. Black Phone. That one came out last year. That one was really good. And Black Klansman. That's
Okay.
I like movies that are based on true stories too. So
Cool. Awesome. What's something people misunderstand about you that you wish people would be like, oh, this is what Zay's about, but they don't really get that from
Yeah.
getting to know you at first.
that's a tough one. I'm really into conspiracies, and a lot of people don't agree with everything that I believe in and whatnot. But I just want people to know that I'm really open-minded, and I hope everybody else can try and be open-minded too. So that's my thought process on that. And people might
Not see that.
Yeah, people might not see that. So
No, you're in good company. Cody,
Yeah.
Nick, and I are very conspiracy
Yes.
theory focused.
yeah, we might have to have a podcast
Yeah,
just on that.
that's a different podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not putting that on here.
I was gonna say I got funny conspiracies. I
Yeah,
can
we're gonna
shout
get
out right
canceled
now.
real
Yeah, we'll get canceled.
Okay,
Football's interesting, but
last
anyway,
two,
the pyramids.
What's up, Nick?
Football's interesting, but anyway, the pyramids.
Yeah, the pyramids. There we go.
Oh yeah, that was definitely not aliens. So. So the last two are, what's the best compliment you've ever received?
Without going the sports route, I would say a lot of people told me I have a good soul. I'm very genuine, have a good personality, and I'm very nice. So those are some good compliments that I can remember people telling me that I really like.
Cool. What is the most surprising thing you've seen or done recently?
Ooh, well, within the last 2 years, me and Lex which is my girlfriend for those of you who don't know, of a long time. We met in college playing college soccer. We got our passports 2 years ago, and we traveled a lot recently. Ever since we got that, we went to the Bahamas, went to Mexico, went to a Dallas Cowboys game. So yeah, traveling, I guess, is some good things that have happened recently.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm a big Bills fan, obviously, because I'm wearing all the stuff.
Yeah.
That's all I ever wear. But I hear all these rumors recently that Trayvon Diggs is trying to pull my boy.
I know, but I hope they get him.
I'm crossing my fingers.
cross our fingers.
Yeah.
That'd
And
be a
it's
dream.
very sad because he did not do well in the playoffs with us, and
I
that's
know.
Josh Allen's fault. So
I
Yeah.
know.
I'm very
I root for
upset
the
about
Bills in the AFC side, so that's probably one of my second favorite teams are up there. I like them a lot.
Honestly, though, I might be okay with that trade if we did not straight up, but like Diggs
Yeah.
for CD.
Yeah,
Ooh,
CD's
I've
nice
not-
too. I want CD too. I might need CD though too. That's tough, but yeah.
Hard to
So,
let
like,
go,
give us a
but-
couple of
Bro,
first
I don't know if Cowboys know trade value though, because they traded Amari Cooper for like a 5th round pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm still mad at him for that
So
one.
mad.
Yeah, I think Amari's still a #1 receiver.
I know.
He
He's
is.
nice. I love him. I don't know why they
Underrated.
got rid
I
of
think
him.
he's better than CD.
Dude, he ran some crazy routes this year for the Browns. You
Yeah.
watch like the
Yeah.
top 92 routes or whatever, and the NFL has on YouTube. He is like 20 of them. It's hilarious.
Right? His route running is insane. Not many people come close to
Yeah.
his route running ability.
Well,
And the Bills
consider-
got Cole Beasley from the
I
Cowboys
love
too.
Cole Beasley.
Yeah.
He ate you guys alive on Thanksgiving.
I know.
I was
Really
gonna say, man, considering how huge, like Amari Cooper's like 230 pounds, dude. He's a huge guy,
Yeah,
wise, and he still runs routes just silky smooth, man. I love it.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. So now you get to choose. Same kind of thing.
Okay.
A funny game. We'll do one of those. Let's see. the two we've got up here. Fastest time to assemble Mr. Potato Head,
Oh shoot.
or let's see, farthest distance to blow a pea with one breath. So the two options are fastest time to assemble a Mr. Potato Head toy and the farthest distance to blow a pea with one breath.
Do you blow a pea with one breath? Just because it sounds good on camera.
Okay, so tag that one, and we'll do the same thing. Lex, you pick a position.
Let's go receivers.
Okay, let's see. Receivers. And then Cody, let's pick a stat. Do we want to go by yards, targets, touchdowns, or
They don't have drops up there, do they?
they don't? That's the one I was
That's a
looking
good
for.
one,
I was
yeah.
like, who's
That's
the
a good
worst receiver in the league?
Let's do
Probably
yak
is.
yards.
Yak yards?
Yeah. Far right.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, my Asian eyes can't see that well. All right. Okay. We're going to do the 27th. Who's going to blow a pea further in one breath? The 27th is my boy, Stefan Diggs.
Okay.
And he's going to go against the 29th, which is Tyler Higbee. I don't know who that is.
He's on the Rams.
Oh.
It's the Rams tight end.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rams
he's a
tight
tight
end.
end.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why he's, if he's not
Yeah.
Kelsey or Kittle, he's non.
Yeah, we don't know. He's
He's
not
irrelevant.
relevant.
So Diggs versus Higbee. What are you thinking?
I'll
I
go
think that's
Diggs on that
obvious.
one, just because we're talking about route running. He's probably breathing way hard every cut. I don't know. Probably go with
Yeah.
Diggs on that one.
Yeah, his weird sand route running
Yeah.
Yeah.
videos. I'm like,
Yep.
he's always doing those weird breaths.
Yeah.
I would say Higbee though, because he's bigger.
Oh yeah,
And,
you
like,
can
his-
breathe
got a
more
big breath.
lung
one
intake.
big breath from
Yeah.
him is gonna
He
be
could,
bigger.
yeah.
That's
But
good.
yeah, I get where Diggs could do it just because
Yeah.
he's another one like Dion, where I'm like, he shouldn't be
Yeah.
this much different, but he's a different. It's like him and DK are just different animals.
Yeah.
I know,
for sure.
seriously.
All right, let's see who's next here.
DK in that Celebrity All-Star game was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, he was,
Dude.
dunking.
Oh, were you at that game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next matchup, we got the 10th for yak yards. Jalen Waddle, he got 510 yak yards.
Mm.
He's gonna go.
He's gonna get probably do the same next year because all they do is throw slants in that offense.
Yeah. Well, unless they get a different quarterback. I think if they got that Richardson kid,
I know.
they'd
I
be
agree.
slinging it.
Richardson.
I hope he goes to a Florida team. just 'cause
Yeah, he's already
there.
from there. Yeah, I
that
agree.
helps. It's like the Tebow effect.
Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, that'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah. So we got Jalen Waddle blowing a P against the 20th. So we've got three people tied for 18th, and then DeAndre Swift. That's really weird.
Mm.
So I'm gonna go with DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe like same logic as you could probably take more lung capacity, take a
Yeah.
bigger breath, huh?
so Jalen Waddle versus DeAndre Swift. Who do you think would blow a P further?
Mm, I'll just go with Jalen Waddle on that one, just because he's faster.
Yeah, I think the explosiveness of sprinting
Yeah.
helps you with that pretty well. Okay. And then let's see. Let's do. This is one I should have asked you, Cody, but I'm gonna pass this to Zay. They're talking a lot about extending the NFL and making new teams and stuff like that. If Utah were to get an extension team and you were to take 3 players from any team,
Ooh.
who are the 3 that you would take to say, we're taking these 3 and building around them?
Ooh, that's a good. I like that question. I guess we'll have to start with the quarterback first. Yeah,
So you can't take Mahomes.
No
Okay,
Mahomes.
Just
no
because
Mahomes, okay.
no,
Yeah.
no
Nobody's already
Super
under
Bowl-
contract.
yeah,
Oh, no
Okay.
Super Bowl.
yeah. So the Chiefs are off limits, but
Okay.
everybody else
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
clean.
All right, we'll take Lamar Jackson then.
Okay, so Lamar, that's 1. And then who are the 2 that you build around? Are you going to stay strictly offense or defense too? Because I would be the opposite.
You
Like,
go defense,
I
all
would-
3
Yeah.
defense.
I would get Aaron Donald. I would get Calais Campbell, and I would get Jalen Ramsey.
Mm, that's
just-
good.
Yeah.
Be done.
Yeah.
It's like quarterbacks and running backs. You can get any.
Yeah, you
Anytime.
can get him. You're right. You're right. All right, we'll go defense. We'll go Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons. Yeah, okay.
You gonna take him from the Cowboys?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dang, okay. We got ourselves a dilemma.
Yeah. Okay, and then
We'll take Aaron Donald too. That's a good
Aaron
one. I
Donald.
like you
that's a
said
good
that.
one, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he might be almost at the end of his rope because I
Yeah.
like he's either going to retire or
Yeah.
leave LA because I don't think they're going to be
Yeah.
relevant for a
Yeah,
while.
I agree.
Yeah, he almost retired last year, and then they extended him for like, I think they like doubled his annual salary or something close to it. So that's why he stayed on and played. But then like he spent the last 4 games on IR because he was just like, oh hey, we're not winning. I'm not going to risk injury. I'm out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's smart.
I have a really quick story about the Utah extension team. My next door neighbor, when I was growing up, he actually worked for the Utah governor's office. And when he was there, one of the jobs that he had, he was working on finding a site for a stadium because the original expansion team back in 2000, if you remember the Houston Texans, was actually going to come to Utah.
Oh, wow.
And what happened is Houston outbid Utah for that expansion team. So we literally, where the prison is in Draper, the women's prison, that was going to be a football stadium, and Utah would have had whatever team the Texans were. So like whatever the Utah equivalent of it would have been. So we literally almost got an expansion team back in 2001.
Huh.
Dang, that's a good story. I like
That
that
is a
one.
good story, but it's weird because I think Houston is like triple the size of
Oh,
Salt Lake.
Yeah, at least
Yeah.
maybe 4 times.
Yeah.
Literally.
So I don't think our infrastructure would have been able to hold up,
Hold
especially
up.
with just I-15
Yeah.
falling apart all the time at an current rate. So yeah, no, we'll definitely bring that question to you too, Cody. Who are the 3 that you would want to see on a day-to-day basis here in Utah at your taco stands?
So 3 players anywhere in the NFL?
Not on the Chiefs.
Yeah, not on the
Because I
Super
think
Bowl
that's
camp.
the best method to do it.
Yeah.
Is make it like soccer,
Yeah.
where you've got a relegation. Like I really think the XFL should be the relegation league for the NFL. So if you're the winner of the XFL, you get put into the NFL.
Yeah.
And if you are the last place team in the NFL, you get relegated.
Yeah.
to
Kind
two
of like
years.
they do in soccer in Europe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that idea too.
But who would be the 3 players that you would want to see in Utah?
Quarterback, because like it wouldn't be this year, right? It would be next year for the draft. Could I draft the quarterback first overall?
Yeah,
bro, Caleb Williams from USC. That guy is insane.
Yeah, he is insane.
Like if he didn't get hurt against Utah in the Pac-12 championship, I honestly think that he won like by himself, carries USC to a victory. But he hurt his hamstring, so I would go with Caleb Williams next year in the draft. Put a little hope in our future, you know. I would go defense. I can't pick anybody from the Chiefs, right? Is what you said?
Nobody from the Chiefs. Yeah, that protects your
first
team
round?
every year. Yeah.
Aaron Donald's on his last like leg, probably, right?
I think he's got 3 more years where he's going to be like a Pro Bowl level guy.
I'll go TJ Watt.
That's a good
Oh
one.
yeah, he's probably going to be the.
If he stays healthy, he's literally 20 sacks a
Defensive
season,
player of
dude.
the year.
Yeah.
Or was it Bosa?
It was Bosa, right?
And then I'll pick a not so well known one that's played extremely well over the last few years that nobody notices.
Yes.
He's my size.
Yeah.
Xavier Rhodes.
Rhodes, yes.
The
There we go.
cornerback?
Corner from Miami. He's played
Okay.
extreme, like top 5 corner in the league the last few years.
Are you
And
sure it's
nobody talks
Xavier
about him. He was
Rhodes
the
or
first corner to
Xavier
reset the
Howard.
market.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Cody?
I think it's RHODES. I don't think there's
No,
names.
is it Xavier Howard or Xavier Rhodes?
Xavier Howard. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause I was like,
I
I
knew
don't
that.
know if Xavier Rhodes is still in the league.
I'm retarded.
No,
I'm
it's all
sorry.
right. We're all kind of retarded. Xavier Howard. Yeah, he's the one
Xavier
that's
Howard. Yeah.
on the
baller.
First corner to
Yeah.
reset the market back in like 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
Literally is like he has a one-handed pick against OBJ from a couple years ago that runs in my head a lot.
Okay. Nick, are you there?
Yeah.
Have you been listening at all?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
I was gonna say
So-
Nick's taking a poop.
So for that, I if you can see the screen, Cody picked Caleb Williams, TJ Watt, Xavier Howard. Zay picked Lamar Jackson, Micah Parsons, and Aaron Donald. Who would you want to see in the Utah Extension NFL team?
Okay, I'm definitely gonna swoop Micah Parsons partially because I'm stealing him from the Cowboys.
Okay.
And he's just a freak athlete in like 50 different. He could play if he could play anything. I think.
I think so too.
Yeah, he scares me. And then I probably want to go quarterback, but it'd be tough to choose. I honestly might go Josh Allen, but I'm not sure.
No, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
Nobody's picking Joe Cool.
No Joe Burrow?
Crickets.
Yeah, crickets.
I don't know. I love Josh Allen, but I think Joey Burrow is better under pressure.
Oh yeah, you might
He
be
got
right
sacked
about that,
a billion
actually.
times his first year, so he's like, all right, I'm already shell shocked. I know what this is about.
Yeah, dude.
Josh Allen,
already had his
I'm
big
gonna run you
ACL.
over. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, and he's got one
Yeah.
of the biggest arms I've ever seen.
Yeah. All right, who's your
Yeah.
third one? You can't have Josh Allen and Joe Burrow.
I'm gonna go. I'll go Devontae Adams just because
Dude, that's
I
a
have
good
some
pick.
crush on him. Yeah,
I'm worried about his longevity. Do you think he's got 5 more years of
I have no
top-
idea.
top receiving?
I would
How
even
old
in
is
his.
he? I'm looking that up.
He was drafted in like 2014, I think. Same year as Diggs.
Oh, so yeah, I think they're like 28, 29.
He's 30.
Yeah,
Okay.
30. Yeah,
That's not too
and
bad.
honestly, like, yeah, he's got some years left.
Yeah, he's
And
got
more
some
importantly,
years.
I think he'd be a great person to have on the team, like for future receivers or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
I like that pick. He can
Yeah.
play inside, outside, anyway, really, wide receiver.
yeah, he's
Awesome.
smart too.
Yeah.
And he's not like there's no particular talent that he had, like route running, but that's like more of like I don't even know how to describe it. Like
Yeah,
it's
he
not
can
like
do it all.
yeah, but he's not super fast. He's not like he's got
It's
good hands.
manipulating the defender, man. He can
Yeah.
manipulate people better than anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I really hope Rodgers goes to the Raiders just to put them back together because they like. I think Rodgers could get another MVP if he's with them again. So
See, I don't, but that's because I'm biased as a Broncos fan. I'm tired of watching the Broncos suck.
I don't know. I don't think Russ mentally is going to come back. I think he might get a couple Pro Bowls, but I don't think he's getting a ring.
So Russ has like his personal team around him, right? Everybody talks about it.
Yeah.
The big thing with him is that his actual like mental health coach and probably his best friend outside of football passed away last year, like right before the season started. And so nobody talked about it, nobody knew, and he just dealt with it on his own. So he didn't have the guy there to kind of tell him, hey, you're okay, you're going to get through this. And that's, I personally feel like that's one of the biggest reasons why I struggled, because he literally didn't have his best friend that's been there with him since the beginning of his career that like helps him through his mental health, you know?
Yeah.
So like,
and the
like,
Broncos,
imagine
it's
if
a
your
tough
wife
team
or
to
your
go to.
best friend or girlfriend dies like right before you have to go do a football season, like you're not going to play the same, you know?
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Awesome. Thanks for chiming in there, Nick. And then feel free to make any comments or questions in the chat. Let's take a quick break here to mention our sponsor, water. Drink it. Yeah.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah. Hopefully in a month or two, we'll actually get a sponsor to get us in a good spot here. If anybody's listening to this and wants to sponsor the show, you're more than welcome to. Come on and plug your job or what you want to do in the world or whatever it is. Is there anything you wanted to plug or anything like that?
No, not right now.
It's all good. And then our last guest of the day, Lex.
Yes.
I think you've heard everybody's questions. It's pretty much the same. So first three are name, age, where you're from, and your sports teams.
All right. I go by Lex, but my official name is Alexis Lovato. I'm 23 years old, and I didn't necessarily prep like Zay did, but I grew up a Chicago Bears fan and converted to Dallas Cowboys fan now. And I also grew up a Celtics fan, so that's like NBA. And I also, we both grew up playing soccer. So Brazil, PSG is also my favorite team. So we have very similar favorite teams.
All right.
Yeah.
That's where I got to stop.
Yeah.
All right. PSG is a trend. Like, did you like them before Mbappe and Messi?
I like Neymar, and I'm a big
Neymar,
Brazilian
yeah,
fan,
we're
so I follow
Neymar
kind of
fans.
what Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense because I'm
Or
like,
any like Brazilian players and Real Madrid too, because
I
they
love-
obviously
yeah.
have a lot of Brazilian players. So
yeah, I love following soccer.
Yeah.
But PSG hasn't been on the radar
Yeah,
and they
until Mbappe kind of
Yeah,
showed up
yeah.
and was
Right.
like
blew it up.
blew the
Yeah.
brand up. And I'm
Yeah.
like, the last 30 years of me following soccer, it's been Arsenal, Man
Yes.
United,
Yeah.
Real Madrid,
Man
and
City.
Barcelona.
Man
Yeah.
City. And I'm like,
Right.
I hate Man City and I hate Man
Me
United.
too. Me
Yeah.
too.
But I'm always been a Dutch fan, so
Oh.
that's why like anything I have that's not Bill's stuff is usually
Yeah.
orange.
Nice.
Everybody whines about my orange pennies at
Yeah.
pickup, and I'm like, but it's a bright color,
Yeah,
and
so
nobody
no
else
one-
wears
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
so you know who's on your team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, all right. So, who is your dream athlete that you'd like to have dinner with or meet with for
Yeah.
a couple hours?
That's kind of hard. I probably would say Walter Payton, just because I grew up a Bears fan and I just think he's really inspiring and a good player. So I'd like to just like get his mindset and talk to him about it.
Well, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
We've
Or
heard.
Dion, because I'm 21, so like Dion's very like inspiring. I play corner, so I feel like I'd have a lot more to relate going through there. But yeah,
So, we've heard quite a few running backs
Yeah.
today. Walter Payton.
yeah.
Barry
Barry
Sanders.
Sanders.
Yeah.
My question always is those two are guaranteed on Mount Rushmore of running
Yeah.
backs.
Mhm.
They
Who
are.
are the other two?
Emmett Smith and Jim Brown.
Yeah.
Nick, Cody, any thoughts? Who are the other two on Mount Rushmore with Barry Sanders and Walter Payton?
I've talked a lot. Nick, you go first.
I have no idea, dude. There's so many. There's too many to like even think with. Like Adrian
Wow.
Peterson should probably be on there. I feel like.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Adrian Peterson, with his comeback year, that putting him at number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Like I think he's the greatest running back of all time just because of he was speed and power.
Mhm.
So you had to worry about
Yeah.
his jump cuts and you had to worry about him running you over.
Yeah.
Whereas Barry Sanders, he's just juking around. you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, watching Barry Sanders was kind of like what taught me when I played rugby is how you could actually cut into a person, catch him off guard, and make it look like, because I was 5'8", 170 pounds, and I played collegiate rugby against guys that were 200 to 260 pounds, right? So like I'm not going to truck most people, but watching Barry Sanders is always interesting to me because he would not only cut to like make people miss, he would cut into people to make it look like he was trucking them. He actually had a clip where he did that against, I want to say it was Kansas City, where he literally like cut into a guy to then cut out, and it literally like knocked the guy over when he did it. But I actually agree with you, Adam. I don't think I personally put Barry Sanders at number one. Then Adrian Peterson and Walter Payton would be tied for two for me because like Walter Payton literally carried the Bears from 75 to like 82. Like he was their only offense.
Yeah.
Like,
Agreed.
they had nothing else. I would throw, if we go talent wise without production, I would put Gale Sayers on there too. Because
Yeah,
he
Gale
was-
Sayers. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
But Gale Sayers got hurt after like 3 or 4 years. But yeah, I would go with Jim Brown's hard for me because like that was back when people were just nobody even worked out. Like working out to play football didn't start until the 70s. So it's kind of hard for me to like, I don't know. I'm biased because I like to work out.
Yeah, I think
But-
that's a generational thing that we didn't know about Jim Brown too much, and Barry Sanders was like right at our childhood.
Yeah.
Like my hardest one, you mentioned him, Emmett Smith.
Yeah.
He broke the Bills
Yeah.
like 3 times.
Yeah.
And like I hate to have him on there in the top 4 of all time running backs, but he's got to be.
He's
Because
gotta be.
he's the rushing
production.
leader.
He's a
Yeah.
legend.
Longevity.
It's just like
Yeah.
I'm glad that he didn't end with the Cowboys. I'm glad he went
With
to
the Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
That was
Just
Jerry's
to-
fault.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like that shouldn't have happened. Did he sign it one
Seriously.
day and retire?
Yeah, he did sign
Okay,
it one day and retire.
that makes sense. I'm like, that's just
Yeah.
hurtful. Like if like Tom Brady, he needs to sign a one day with the Patriots and just be
And
done.
then be done.
And
Yeah.
same thing, like did Dion do the same thing?
Gosh, I don't know.
think
Just because
so.
he played on the Falcons and the
Yeah.
49ers, I think he
Yeah.
won a Super Bowl with the Niners as well as the Cowboys.
Yeah,
So.
that's why I'm like,
Didn't
there's
Dion
some
retire with
players
the
that
Ravens?
need to. Who?
Didn't Dion retire with the Ravens though?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Mm.
He played with Washington, or maybe it was Washington. I know he
Yeah, it
played
was
somewhere in Maryland or Washington, D.C.
Yeah, he was switching teams left and right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So-
respected.
When you run sub 4.240, you can do that.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Okay. And then currently, what are your favorite places to eat and what's your favorite color?
Favorite places to eat. We actually go to this place called Sauce Boss. It's in Draper. It's like real soul food, and the chef is just amazing. He's really like genuine and like comes out and serves the food to you. It's really good. And then another place is probably Hall Pass. It's at the Gateway. Bunch of little different like mom and pop shops, and you can choose like what you want, what you're feeling, and then like chill and watch sports. There's like a bunch of TVs. It's really good.
Yeah.
And then what was the other question? Sorry.
What's your favorite color?
Favorite color? It's green. I have green eyes. I grew up just like liking, trees, nature and stuff. So green's my favorite color.
Isn't that part of Brazil too?
It is. It
Yellow,
is.
blue, and green.
Yeah.
right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like those jerseys. I like the blue ones.
Yeah, the
Like,
blue
mine-
ones are sick.
The blue ones
Blue
are
ones
sick.
are
The
sick.
yellow
That's
ones
my
I'm kind of
favorite.
like, they look
Yeah.
like Packers jerseys. But awesome. Movies or music?
Let's go music.
Okay, who are the 3 artists you're listening to recently?
3 artists. I would say recently we've been listening to a lot of Onyx. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. They're really like old school hip hop, really like grimy kind of sound. Definitely Tupac. We listen to a lot of Tupac or any old school like 90s hip hop. And then the third would probably be Kendrick Lamar. Always. Yeah.
Awesome. No, I love rap too, and,
Yeah.
and most of these names you guys are saying, I don't know.
You don't
but
know?
all of them except for Onyx, I know pretty well.
Yeah.
You probably heard some songs by
Okay.
Onyx that you maybe if you
You
just
just
listen
don't know
to
the
them,
name,
yeah.
but know the
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
Okay. I saw Wheezy's coming to Utah
Yeah.
in like 6 months. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta go to
You
that
going
one.
to that one?
Gotta go to that one. But it's at the complex.
I
So
know.
I'm like,
Yeah.
the tiny place? Why aren't you going to Vivint?
I
Yeah.
know. Me and Lex are haters on Lil Wayne.
Just any like kind of like mumble rap or trap music. Like we're just not really like
Okay.
Yeah.
on the bandwagon
I
of
feel like
that.
Wayne is probably top 3
Oh,
all time.
I know a lot of
Remember
people say
us,
that.
come on, you got
We can
Biggie,
do a Mount
you
Rushmore,
got
yeah, Biggie,
NWA,
Pac, Eminem.
like, come on.
See, Eminem's my favorite musician of all time,
Yeah.
but like Wayne has the catalog that's just like too much stuff. Like he doesn't even know what he's saying most of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are great artists.
Yeah.
Lex, what's something people misunderstand about you?
I would say a lot of people say that like playing flag football since I've like started, a lot of people say I'm really confident or like really mean, but I'm actually like really shy and just kind of like more like homegrown, I'm not so like out there, but when I'm on the field, then I turn into like, the beast or whatever. But that's kind of like the misconception I feel like a lot of people get.
That's a hard thing to do
Yeah.
though, is to have a personality that's normal and
Yeah.
be one way, and then
On the field though,
when
then
the
it's like,
whistle
it's a
goes, then you're
switch.
something
Yeah.
else. That's very
Yeah.
hard to do.
Yeah.
No, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Oh, I don't know.
Lex gets compliments all the time.
I don't know. I get a lot of compliments on my hair. I got, curly hair.
Do
But
you use curlers?
no,
Okay.
this is all natural. Come on now. This is us born,
I don't.
But I would say, I don't know. I would say the best compliment I ever got is just growing up, a lot of my soccer coaches would tell me that I play with a lot of heart and passion. And I feel like that's always set me apart from other girls playing, is that you can just tell like how much I care and how much I want it anytime I play, whether it's football, soccer, pickup, whatever, that's kind of just like how I play.
Awesome. No,
Yeah.
that's a good compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something you can see, especially like in the NFL. There are
Yeah.
players that you see, and I'm like, Cole Beasley. He's
Yeah.
one of those guys
Yeah.
that's like,
For sure.
he's not athletic, but he's got the
He's
heart,
got the heart,
and
the
he's got
passion,
the brain
Yeah.
and the drive to get it done. And
Yes.
there's a lot like
Respect
from
it.
here, Taysom Hill. I'm like,
Yeah,
he
Taysom
shouldn't
Hill
be
too.
good,
Yeah.
but he's really good.
Mhm.
And I'm like, he's just the jackknife,
Yeah.
the jack of all trades for the
Definitely.
NFL.
Yeah,
So
he'll do whatever they ask of him.
Yeah.
Huh?
yeah. So recently, Zay said you guys did a lot of traveling,
Yeah.
got your passports.
Yeah.
What's something else that's pretty surprising that you've done recently?
Oh, shit. I don't know. Honestly, I would say just like recently that's something more subtle is we've just been going and watching so many movies. We watched Creed 3, the new Marvel movies. We're going to go watch Scream 6 tonight. And so, yeah, we just are really big movie buffs. So just watching movies, listening to music, going to concerts,
Yeah.
NBA All-Star Weekend, stuff like that.
Did you work that?
Yeah.
Yes, we worked
Okay.
that. So we were at the Jazz or at Vivint and did all that. So it was pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's look at what games we've got left here. So we've got the who could put together a Mr. Potato Head the fastest. And then we've got fastest to alphabetize all 26 letters from a bowl of alphabet soup.
Right. Let's go soup.
All right. Cody, what position should we do? Should we do defensive players? Should we do running backs? What do you think?
Let's do middle linebackers, defensive.
I don't know if we can narrow them down that much, but we'll do defense.
Oh, okay, my
Because,
bad.
yeah, because if you look at the NFL, they only
Yeah.
do linebackers, safeties, things like that. So we'll do defensive players.
Okay, my bad.
What do you want to do? Tackles, interceptions, or sacks?
Me?
Yeah,
Let's go solo tackles.
solo tackles. I don't even know who this is. The guy from Jacksonville, Foyesade Ulukun. He got the most.
Aluakon.
Aluakon.
He
All right, he
played
got
for
100.
the Atlanta Falcons like the last 2 years, and he led the league in tackles last year for the Falcons. Went to Jacksonville, led the league in tackles for Jacksonville.
Nice.
All right.
Jacksonville was in the playoffs, and we saw
Yeah.
them play the Chargers.
27-0
Right?
comeback, man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh yeah, they beat the Chargers
Yeah.
and then
That
lost
was-
to Burrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we
Did they
watched
lose
that
to the
game with
Chiefs?
AC, and he's a Chargers.
Oh,
fan.
Oh God.
Yeah,
dang.
that was sad. But yeah, we were in Tampa for that. But
Wow.
all right, so let's take a look at who got the most solo tackles. Your matchup is going to be the 5th. That is Zaire Franklin, a linebacker from the Colts. Don't know who
Yeah, I
that
don't know
is.
who that is
I'm not
either.
that familiar with all the players.
Okay.
He
So-
replaced what's his face?
Darius Leonard.
Yeah, he replaced Darius Leonard because Darius Leonard had that back issue all year.
Mm,
He was the backup, and he literally played balls out.
nice.
So let's see if I can bring up a picture of him and see. So that is Zaire Franklin, and he is 6 feet tall, 235.
Okay.
So he's not a huge dude, but he's a linebacker,
Yeah.
6 foot tall, 235. But linebackers also have to play in coverage, so he might have the dexterity to move a spoon around
Move a spoon around, you know.
and things like that. So
Looking
we'll
for
put
someone
him
with a little
down.
speed, you know?
We'll do Franklin versus
I'm smart. What colleges did they go to?
Yeah, what
the
college?
fourth one. The 4th one is Roquan Smith or
Oh.
Jordan Brooks. Do you know who Roquan Smith is?
A little bit, yeah.
He was in Chicago. So
Yeah.
yeah.
He
I
got
liked
traded
him
from
a
the
lot.
Ravens, right? Is that
Yeah,
the-
he was on the Ravens and now he's on the
Bears.
Bears, I
Yeah,
think.
I like him too.
Putting
So-
Lamar to shame. He got traded to the Ravens, got a deal like 2 days later.
Okay. So Roquan Smith is 6'1", 236. So they're very similar.
Very similar.
Both linebackers. Roquan Smith went to Georgia,
Georgia. Okay.
and then
hold on.
Zaire Franklin
Let's
went
go.
to Syracuse.
Oh.
So that's pretty close. I think Syracuse is a better academic
Academics,
school.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's hard. I'd probably go, just being biased, probably go with Roquan.
okay.
And I like
makes
Georgia,
sense.
so
Yeah, they're back-to-back champs. I can't
Yeah.
believe they
Yeah.
didn't even have a challenge.
No,
Like
yeah,
that
literally,
game.
it was just a breeze, you know.
That was the
It's
saddest
great.
championship game I've
It
I've
was.
Yeah.
seen.
Did you guys hear Kirby Smart's pregame speech?
No, what'd he say?
It's I will not MLDS. I'm not going to say the things that he said, but like dude, he gave the greatest pregame speech I've ever heard. Like it was awesome. Like remember the Titans when they're down in that one game,
Yeah.
and like the coaches make them remember forever the day they played like that, but like better
Nice.
and like with more expletive. Like it was awesome. I think you guys should look it up. It was awesome.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
look it up.
definitely have to look it up. So since Lex doesn't know the defensive players as well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
move it over to running backs.
Yeah.
And we'll
Sorry,
sort it
Lex.
by
Sorry.
was sorted by the most touchdowns, which I had no idea. A BYU kid had the
Wow.
most.
What?
Jamal Williams.
Oh yeah, on the Lions.
Got
Yeah.
17
He had like
I
37
love him.
1-yard rush touchdowns.
Yeah, and he's been in the league for 5 or 6
love his
years.
personality,
Yeah.
honestly.
He's inspiring.
So
When they beat the Packers and his after the
Yeah.
post-game interview when he was crying, did you see that?
no.
Ah,
Did you see
gotta
that,
watch
Cody?
that, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome.
That was
Any
dope.
interview he has, I watch just for
I know.
hilarity. Dude, it's awesome.
Was that better than Kirby Smart's interview though, or what?
No.
Cody, you broke up there a little bit.
Oh, sorry, my internet sucks.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
been
that's-
inconsistent. I've got packet loss and stuff, so I don't know
Oh,
why.
it's all good. So we are at the West Jordan Library, and that's one of the coolest things about the library here. The internet is so good.
good,
It's
yeah.
like 200 megabytes up and down. And I have pretty good internet at home. It's 100 up and down. But I'm also like, if I have all these certain things set up, I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know how that interacts with it. But all right, so the number 19 most person with
Yeah.
the rushing touchdowns.
Holy crap.
There's a huge tie at 16th.
Ooh.
So we are gonna pick my best guy because it's
Okay.
my damn show, Josh Allen.
Nice.
He got 7 rushing touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
And he is going to sort out the alphabet against the 15th, which that's going to be Justin Fields.
Josh Allen versus Justin Fields.
Yeah.
That's a good
Ooh.
one right there.
That is a good one.
But this is for
For soup.
Sorting the
soup
letters
alphabet.
and soup.
Hey,
I
So-
think Josh
does
Allen
anybody
might have
know
more
that-
smarts
Oh,
and like
sorry.
fastness, I feel like Justin Fields is a little, kind of goofy and like, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
goofy face.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Justin Fields is 6'3", 228, and he went to Ohio State, and
Okay,
he's
he went to Ohio.
24.
Alright.
And Josh Allen is 6'5", 237, and he went to Wyoming.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's
So maybe
yeah.
Justin Fields, he's fast.
Ohio State's a good school.
It is a
too.
good school. That's a great
That's
school.
a tough school
That
to get
is a
into
good-
for grades.
I'm going to Justin Fields now after this.
Because you're a Bears
Yeah,
fan
yes,
too. That
yes,
helps.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that seems pretty fair. And I think he's smaller, so it depends
His
if
fingers
you
are
gotta-
all big, yeah.
you gotta get a
He's
big
gonna
ass
get in
bowl for
there
Josh
and-
Allen,
yeah.
who's a big old ogre. So awesome. No, thanks so much everybody
Yeah.
for participating.
Thank you.
We're gonna try and do this every week.
Oh,
Yeah,
If
it's
you've
fun.
got friends that want to do it, it's more than welcome. It's
We'll
not
get
something-
Hershey on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
hopefully
force it.
Hirsch shows up sometime. But it's been about an hour, and that's about exactly how long I wanted to do this for. Cody, Nick, thanks for hopping on here, and definitely give me some feedback and let me know how I can make this better and hopefully grow our group a little bit more. So have a good night, everybody.
Good to see you, Cody and Nick.
Peace.
Yeah, good to see you too, man.
Yeah, good to see you guys too.
Yeah, bye.